Hi, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I'm Josh. I am in recovery, fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. This will be the last time that I say it because I feel like I've said it so many times in these past few videos, but I am moving and we'll be setting up a completely different setup August 29th when I move to my new location. So that way I can just kind of get the readings caught up and we'll be all caught up to speed. If I'm lucky enough, I may even be able to record enough of these so that they get scheduled and they'll be uploaded while I'm still in the process of moving. That was the goal, but guess what? I forgot how long moving took and how much junk I collected over the last 4 years of stuff that's just absolutely useless. It's 4+ years of garbage that I don't need. So I'm donating 80 or 90% of my stuff to Goodwill and just, calling it a day. I'm trying to live as much of a Spartan lifestyle as possible and just maintain my sobriety, and everything else will, fall into place. As long as my sobriety and my mental health are there and they're even on the teeter-totter and one's not higher than the other, then things have a way of working out. Now that doesn't mean that I haven't had to deal with hard stuff during sobriety, but I've been able to work. I've been able to have an intentional willingness to work my programs and my fellowships. With that, I think my feet are clean. I can get off the soapbox and we can get into the readings. Today is August 8th. Keep it simple. So keep it simple, August 8th. Adventure is not outside a man, it is within. David Grayson. Sobriety is an exciting adventure. It's a spiritual adventure. We look inward. We find our higher power lives within us. When we reach outward, we share our joy with others, not with words and preaching, but by trying to help others. Sobriety is faith turned into action. Sobriety. It is an adventure coming to know oneself. At times, we'll face our fears, but we'll also find just how much love we have for life. Sobriety, it's as if we're on a trip. Our higher power holds the map. Our job is to listen, and we go the direction we're told. Prayer for the day. I pray to be an adventurer. Higher power, I pray to follow your direction. Action for the day. I'll ask some friends to tell me about an adventure their higher power has taken them on. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting reading because I do love the whole aspect of this being a program of action, whether it's the two fellowships that I'm in personally, but in order to maintain sobriety, there has to be an intentional willingness to put into action the hard work that is required, because this is personally the hardest thing that I've ever done. I don't really talk too much about my experience. I try and stick to strength and hope whenever I'm doing these videos. Now at speaker meetings, when I'm asked to speak, I'll spend at most 2 minutes talking about what bad stuff happened and what I experienced when I was in active addiction. And then I'll spend about 10 minutes talking about the strength of the program and walking through the steps generally and how they applied to my life and what worked for me and what didn't work and so on and so forth. And then at the end, I'll generally just end the last 3 minutes with what I hope for everybody in the room, while throwing out a topic for discussion if people want to touch on that topic or just share for the sake of sharing. So that's kind of an interesting action for the day. I guess I will talk to my sponsor this morning. I'm glad that it is actually a Monday morning because he gets up as early as I do. Well, he doesn't get up as early as I do. I get up super early. I'll be up right now, it's 1:37, and I think most people would be asleep on the East Coast, but yeah, I'm awake and ready to start hitting the day. So I definitely consider myself part of the 5 a.m. club. I just tend to wake up a lot earlier because I have chronic insomnia. So even if you gave me 300 milligrams of trazodone, I'd still be up rocking and rolling. So I don't know if that's the best phrase to be using, but yeah, chronic insomnia is not fun, and neither is any of the stuff that we go through, because I would never wish it on my worst enemy. So for you, I hope that you have the opportunity to take the cotton out of your ears and put it in your mouth and listen to your higher power and just follow the path that's set out for you for the day. Understanding that you just need to stay sober today. What you did yesterday doesn't matter because you can't fix it, and what happens tomorrow, you can't predict the future, so you can't change that. So you can only control your own actions, thoughts, and behaviors. So focus on what you can do today. Listen to your higher power, listen to your sponsor, ask a friend what they've done, and be an adventurer of life. Enjoy living, enjoy being alive, because unfortunately, not everybody is. Not everybody is. And the CDC just released, unfortunately, a staggering statistic in their most recent report that over 100,000 opioid deaths occurred, which was the most in the United States in the history of the United States. So there was 101,000 and some change. And unfortunately, at least 2 of them were people that I knew really well. And we are only in the 8th month, and unfortunately I have been to 5 memorials, vigils, burials, funerals. So it's important to take care of yourself. It's important to go on an adventure that is healthy. It is important for me to listen to my higher power, to live life like a loose garment and kind of go with the flow. And whatever my higher power decides to place in front of me, I have to make sure that I am protecting my sobriety while also dealing with whatever's put in front of me that day. So that's what I hope for all of you as well, that you're able to make it through the day without using and listening to your higher power and going on an adventure, because that's what life is all about. It's for the living. So let's live, okay? Also, because I am moving, I'm more active on Twitter. I handle our Twitter and our YouTube account because I'm the one that's been through the ringer so much. I delegate responsibilities to other people on my team to do their thing. But for me, in terms of things outside of like the product and software design lifecycle and designing the prototype and, sitting behind the keyboard and computer screens and stuff like that, these are the 2 things that I enjoy. So you can find us on Twitter with tag Building Hope, on Instagram, tag Recovery, and here on YouTube, the Accountability Group. And I pretty much manage all 3 of those when I have time to pull myself away from the computer. And the reason for that is because I've lived this. This is my story. If I were to sit here and share with you for a half hour, like my actual experience, if you've ever been in recovery, if you're in recovery, or if you want to be in recovery, I'm almost positive with the amount of destruction I've caused since I was 20 years old that at least one thing would resonate with you, because it's pretty bad. So I hope that you never have to go through that stuff, because I would never wish that on my worst enemy. With that being said, please subscribe to the channel, like the videos, but more importantly, and most importantly to me, use the comment section as an opportunity to continue to build a sense of accountability, to, if you're a newcomer, ask questions, to vent, to explain how you're feeling, what you're feeling. And then for the people who have time under their belt and are in recovery like myself, share your experience, strength, and hope. And maybe that there might be a nugget or something that resonates with a newcomer that helps keep them sober for that day, because that's what we're doing. We're fighting 24 hours at a time. That's it. We don't need to hit a home run. It's okay to hit a blunt. We just got to get through the day clean. And once we get through the day clean, we do it again the next day. But the beauty of life is that life is going to give us different challenges, different adventures every single day. So no day is the same. So, even though we do want to stay sober, even though we do want to stay sober each day is unique in and of itself. So you don't have to worry about it becoming monotonous. Life is going to throw you a whole bunch of curveballs, adversity, good times, bad times. You will experience it all in sobriety. I promise you that. It's just the way it is. It's the way things go as time continues to pass and things progress. And remember that it's a program of progression, not perfection. So progress, not perfection. With that being said, I hope that you stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober. Thanks.